Hi there, everyone. I'm JJ Ramberg, and welcome to Your Business. Los Angeles has the film industry. DC has politics. Detroit has cars. As a small business person, how can you take advantage of a city's dominant industry? Well, we caught up with two entrepreneurs who found a niche in the Los Angeles market and have proven you don't have to be a movie star to make it big in Hollywood.
Welcome to Hollywood, baby.
Hollywood, Los Angeles, it's just a destination everybody wants to experience.
No question, Los Angeles is a celebrity town, turning out blockbuster films, overnight movie stars, and scores of small businesses capitalizing on the entertainment industry. For nearly 7 decades, Vince Young's family has been running the Formosa Cafe, a historic Hollywood haunt.
It originally was the production office for Douglas Fairbanks and Mary Pickford while they were building the studios.
Because of its proximity to the major studios during Hollywood's golden age, the Formosa quickly became a popular hangout, a watering hole for the wheelers and dealers of the day.
Clark Gable, Humphrey Bogart, Billy Wilder.
It was also the spot where Jack Lemmon, Tony Curtis, and Marilyn Monroe would relax while they were filming Wilder's 1959 classic, Some Like It Hot.
Daphne, your boyfriend's waving at you. You can both go take a flying jump. Remember, he's your date for the night, so smile.
It was one of those places where, since we were so, centrally located, you can come in, basically order a drink, order a meal, place a bet, probably cash your paycheck. So it was kind of like a one-stop shop, and that kind of gave its, I think it kind of gave its allure. It's a place you can go to see a celebrity, maybe see a wise guy, and hang out with them.
It's that cachet that has kept the doors open and visitors flocking.
I think the thing I like the most about the Formosa is that it's very old Hollywood, and that Marilyn Monroe came here and Frank Sinatra. So it's that history that kind of brings a fun aspect to it.
Deals are still being done in these legendary booths. While sitting in Elvis's favorite spot, Kevin Spacey agreed to star in LA Confidential.
You ought to be in pictures.
And when shooting began, they chose the Formosa for its allure of a bygone era.
This booth was where they filmed LA Confidential.
Want an autograph? Write to MGM.
Since when do two-bit hoods and hookers give out autographs?
Jung says business boomed after being featured in the Oscar-winning film. But he says that the key to maintaining success in a town teeming with ultra-exclusive VIP lounges is to make everyone feel comfortable. Whether it's Brad Pitt, who once celebrated a birthday here, or a tourist visiting from out of town, all customers are treated the same.
In our book, everybody gets special treatment. That's why we are in this business. That's why we call it the hospitality business. It's not about the VIPs. Everybody is technically a VIP, and that's the way it should be.
Anne Block also built her business by capitalizing on Hollywood's allure.
This is the house that Hattie McDaniel was able to buy after she won her Oscar for Gone with the Wind.
She gave my friend Allie and me a first-hand look on her vintage Hollywood tour, a favorite among her clients, in her not-so-vintage hybrid SUV.
Sometimes people are almost embarrassed. They think, oh, this is so corny. What? But no, it's not. If you've never seen it before, it's great. It's exciting. And I can point out little things that make it even more alive.
Depending on your route, that is. Block took us to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, where some of the biggest stars of yesteryear are buried. Was it a big deal to be buried here?
Absolutely. The Hollywood Cemetery, now called the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, is intrinsically linked with the movie industry. In fact, this cemetery used to be twice as big, and they sold half the property to Paramount.
The cemetery is also keenly aware of its unique tourist draw. During the summer, you can put down a blanket and watch a classic movie projected onto the mausoleum wall. Block named her company Take My Mother, Please, after friends would call begging her to show their visiting moms the town. Like many, she moved to Los Angeles in 1991 to pursue acting, but her hobby quickly took over.
One day I got a call from my agent to go to an audition, and my first thought was, I'm busy here, I'm planning a tour. And that's when I knew that I had fallen off that fence, you know, because suddenly doing what I do was so much more interesting to me than getting ready and going to an audition.
Since then, Block has been busy finding the lesser-known history of Hollywood. How do you know so much about the ins and outs of Hollywood and the gossip and the secret corners?
Well, you know how when you drive down the street and you see something out of the corner of your eye and you think, oh, I should go back there one day? Well, I stopped the car.
During our tour, Block showed us many sights the big tour buses just passed by. The famed Bullock's Wilshire department store, where everyone from Elizabeth Taylor to Rita Hayworth would buy custom-designed threads, to the ultra-exclusive Chateau Marmont and Union Station, where Barbra Streisand and Robert Redford said their goodbyes in The Way We Were.
Whereas some tour companies have a bus, you get on the bus, there's a script, you don't know the people you're on the bus with. You can still have a really great time, don't get me wrong, but it isn't the same as having something created just for you that's very personal.
It's that personal touch in a city that so many want to be a part of that Block says keeps her calendar booked. Why do you think you've been so successful?
I think because I'm genuinely interested in other people and friendly. And it's always a treat for me to have a stranger get in the car and just go and start looking at things.
'Cause you're in Hollywood, 'cause you're in Hollywood, 'cause you're in Hollywood. In Hollywood.
So how do you, as a small business owner, capitalize on a city's major industry? Well, let's bring in this week's board of directors. Simon Sinek is a marketing consultant who teaches at Columbia University. Daymond John is the CEO of the fashion empire FUBU, which you may know is worn by many celebrities, and he chronicled his climb to the top in the new book, Display of Power. And Mark Hughes is a marketing specialist and author of the book Buzz Marketing. Thank you all for joining us to talk about this.
Thanks for having me.
So Simon, does it make sense, even if you work in an industry that has nothing to do with the major industry in a town, say you're in Detroit and you have nothing to do with cars, should you try and feed off the car industry?
It's very dangerous to try and exploit any community or any industry. If you have no connection to the community and you just see dollar signs, odds are you're not going to do so well. Watching your piece was very interesting because the gentleman at the Formosa, he actually wasn't so impressed with the history of the Formosa, or Hollywood for that matter. He said this is a hospitality business, and everybody gets treated the same way. He could open up a restaurant in any city, and he would do quite well because he understands